So without further ado, come on down to the council. I can probably run to the restroom, because here you go, keep counting.
First of all, I want to thank the RightWay Foundation and everyone who supports the work of Franco. Franco is a diligent worker with a passion to improve the lives of young people. And so everyone who has bought into that passion and that dream and that vision, I want to tell you thank you very much. Franco only told half the story about me hiring him. It is true that I did hire Franco when I was the director of Right to Passage program under Ron Johnson. And so I hired Franco under a pretense that I was completely wrong. So in the office one day, and a young man comes in, a Latino man come in with his mom who didn't speak English. I was like, great, Franco, we got a Hispanic speaker out front, and I need you to go talk to her. She doesn't speak English. Franco says to me, I don't speak Spanish. No, that's what I hired you for, man. So we've been working together since. I'll keep this brief. I too am a former foster youth. I was the foster care assistant at the age of 3. I had 11 different placements in the 8 years that I was in the system. If there was a deep alphabet in the 60s, I would have been ADD, ADHD, bipolar, you name it, that would have been behind my name. I eventually left the foster care system, and now we call it relative caregiving, but I went to live with my grandparents. And I continued to give them about 3 or 4 years of hell on earth. Finally, I had an epiphany. My mother's last words to me as I left her house was, "You're not going to be SHIT like your father." That's the last words that she had to me. I was on my way to join the Main Street Crip. I was on my way to 98th and Main, which was a headquarters then, and in some ways a headquarters now. Waiting for me on the corner of 98th and Main was Monkey and Bear and Todd. Todd now has one eye because he got shot in the eye. I get to 97th and Main, and while I'm there for 1 second, a truck rolls by, and I hear my mother's voice say, "I told you you wasn't going to be that word." Another voice said, "Go home." Unfortunately, I listened to that voice, and I ran home, and I fell on my grandfather's lap that I affectionately called Daddy, and I said, "Daddy, I need help." And he said to me, "Hallelujah, Daddy Jesus, I've been telling you you've been crazy for years. Let's go get you some help." And I finally consented to therapy. I finally consented to therapy. And I say consent to therapy because my folks over here understand we have therapy from the moment we hit the foster care system, but therapy doesn't work for us because we don't want it to work for us. We're not ready to deal with the issues that we have to deal with. And so we play the therapy game. We either go into therapy and don't say nothing at all. The problem with that game is that you have to be here for the whole 50 minutes. Or you want therapy, you tell the therapist whatever you want to hear so you can get out of here in 15 minutes. So I play the therapy game. But when I finally got serious with therapy, I developed a life model that I've shared with my babies repeatedly. And that is this. It doesn't matter what your mother, father did or did not do, could or could not have done, would or would not have done, or should or should not have done. The only thing that matters is that they gave you life. And you need to determine what kind of life you want to live. It doesn't matter what our mother or father did or didn't do, could or could not have done, would or would not have done, should or should have. The only thing that matters is them giving you life. We have to determine what kind of life we want to live. I end with this story. There was a man who had 2 sons. He was abusive to those sons, abusive to those sons. He was an alcoholic. He wasn't just an alcoholic, he was a sloppy alcoholic. He wasn't just a sloppy alcoholic, he was a drunk. He was a violent, sloppy alcoholic drunk that beat his kids repeatedly. He would go into town and he would fall out into a drunken stupor, and the sons would have to go get him and bring him back home. And when he arrives out of his drunken stupor, he would once again begin to beat his sons. One of the sons grew up, and he too became an alcoholic, but not just an alcoholic, a violent alcoholic, not just a violent alcoholic, a drunk, and he beat his wife, and his kids. The other brother grew up also. He graduated from high school. When he graduated from high school, he went on to college. And he went on to college, he went to med school. When he went on to med school, he became an intern. When he finished his internship, he became a surgeon. When he finished the surgeon, he became a chief surgeon. When he finished becoming a chief surgeon, he became a chief of staff of a major hospital. And the reporter found out about these two brothers whose lives took a completely different turn. And when he interviewed both brothers and said, how did you become the man that you are? How did you become the drunk that's a violent drunk, that's a sloppy drunk, that beat your life, that beat your kids? How did you become this man? How did you become this man that sits in this office as a chief of staff of a major medical hospital, and you was once the chief surgeon, and you was once a top surgeon, and you was once an intern, and you was once a pre-med student, and how did you become this man? And the answer surprised the reporter, because both brothers gave the same answer. And they said, with a father like mine, what did you expect I would become? You know what that says? That these babies can become great if we support them. Because with a father like ours, we have no choice. Because the choice that rests on us, and the reason why Frank L. works so hard, is that there are some hard choices out there. There are some predators waiting on those babies that we don't want to speak about. There are pimps lined up waiting on our girls. 3,000 of them. Deborah Mann is back there. She can talk about it. 3,000 of them whore themselves on the street. 13, 14, 15. And the pimps are waiting on them because when they run away from home, no one comes to look for them. And then we have a prison industrial complex that's waiting on our boys. Private prisons that have contracts with the state of California that says, we will build this prison, but you will guarantee that it will be full. And for every bed that is open, you will pay us for the empty bed. Do you understand what that means? You understand that when a private company says that now lives will be our commodity, and he makes that deal with the governor. Now the governor got to talk to the legislators, and the legislators got to talk to the judge, and those people that probably should go home is now going to go to prison because somebody got to pay that bill. That the industrial prison complex is indeed the new slavery, and our foster kids is the new cotton that's waiting on them. Somebody has to tell the truth. So somebody got to roll their sleeves up. Take time out there, too busy schedule, doing nothing. Spending money we don't have, buying things we don't need to impress people we don't even like. We need to stop doing that. And get to the place where we serve our babies. Thank you.